It's day 13 and I have one more day to go for the sugar detox. I may continue on though, because there are even better benefits at 30 days. So we'll see. But I have no appetite today. I've had my latte, which I haven't even finished yet. And I think it's 2 p.m. I haven't eaten anything yet. I will eat something whether or not I feel hungry. Just so my body has some fuel, because I do want to go to the gym later, but I have noticed a huge decrease in appetite. Like I'm just eating enough quality food a few times a day that I don't need to eat anymore. And because that dopamine response has sort of rewired, I don't need to constantly be putting, food in my mouth. And so it's pretty interesting. Or I'm getting sick. Who knows? Okay, this is an on the way to work video. And so technically at midnight, it'll be day 14. That doesn't mean my detox is over. It means I still have one more day left. I have to do day 14. Unfortunately, I am doing a cheat today. I ended up grabbing my triple shot coffee. I've really been struggling for the second half of the shift without this. So this is just going to be one of those, things that's just going to be built into my diet that I have to do to survive through the night shift. I grabbed some popcorn, not the greatest snack. I probably should have, brought like a boiled egg or something, but I just didn't prepare. So I grabbed popcorn, which I may or may not eat. Honestly, I have no appetite today. I made myself a salad, and then I made like a Philly cheesesteak kind of thing. Like I just put some steak and onion and cheese, Velveeta, which is not really cheese, but just put it all in a pan and had a couple bites of that. I will say, when I was really craving sugar, the Velveeta cheese came in handy. Definitely my body was really milking the dairy, no pun intended, but because there is lactose in there. So that was one source of sugar that my body was like, yes, let's do this. Like the cottage cheese is a treat. The plain latte is a treat. Anything with milk was a treat. But when I was really craving sugar, and I was like, okay, look, it's not happening, but let me just have fun with my meal, because I'm not counting calories. So the great thing about this is the not counting calories. And I didn't realize how twisted I was getting with that. I know you can get obsessed over counting calories and whatnot, but you guys saw me struggling. I was counting calories, and I'm eating these small meals, and I would lose a little bit of weight, and then it would bump back up, and I just couldn't figure out why I couldn't stick with this. This is something that had always worked before. It wasn't working anymore. But now I'm filling my plate with protein and veggies, and I'll put some Velveeta cheese on there, and I've still managed to lose weight. And now I only eat when I need to eat. And so the reason I wasn't hungry all day is because I came off the graveyard shift and I was mostly sleeping all day. So I wasn't burning any calories. So my body wasn't asking for food. And I'm like, holy moly, I'm back to what is natural and normal. And I didn't realize how far away I'd gotten from that. And I think it happened slowly over time, over the last several years. And, I wasn't going to talk a whole lot about this, but I have separated from my husband, and so our household has decreased in size, which means I'm now not having to do so much of the supplementing with the pasta and bread and fillers. And so, there's the money there now to eat whole foods again. And I didn't realize how bad it was, but my brain was completely controlled by the cycle that I was stuck in with the sugar and the ultra processed foods. So I want to keep going. I want to do 30 days. But again, I'm going to have to do these on the weekends when I'm working. Maybe not every night, but at least the second night, because that usually tends to be when I'm the most tired. And just, avoid sweets altogether. You know, like that's going to be a once in a while treat. And I might spoil myself on Valentine's Day and just get some of those, maybe the day after, go in and get everything when it's 50% off, and then just like binge on like one single night and then throw everything away. But honestly, I'll get sick if I do that now because my body is like so healthy. So this has been great. I recommend doing the 14 days sugar detox. My brain is reconciling past trauma. I have had a dream about every man I have ever had a romantic relationship with. Like it has covered in sequence, like the first one to the last one. It's so bizarre. My brain's like just dumping trauma it doesn't need anymore. It's so crazy. I don't know if anybody else has tried this and had the experience with the dreams, but that part was completely unexpected. So I recommend doing this. Try to do this. Make sure you prepare for it, because if you don't, then, you know, you'll end up falling off. And I didn't even think I could do this. I didn't think I could do this for 14 days. Like, holy moly. Well, and technically I did it for 13 days because 9 grams of added sugar in this. But I'm not going to let this send me tomorrow. I'm still going to have a normal day tomorrow. I just feel so much more in control of my body. And I know I'm just like raving like a lunatic, but this is the most important thing that I've done in like the last 3 years, probably. Maybe more than that. So highly recommend. Okay, it's day 15, so the detox is complete, and I started the day off with an ultra-processed cereal, and then I had my cream foam in my coffee, which is like 3 grams of sugar, and then I was making protein bars, and I licked the spoon a couple times, and already, just from that, I'm getting gassy, I'm starting to not feel good, and so I don't miss the sugar. I don't miss these effects. And I'm glad that now that I've felt good for so many days, that I have the perspective of how bad this makes my body feel. So I'm not going to have that chocolate muffin I was planning on having. It's not worth it. So I'm going to make myself I'll probably just fast for the rest of the day and just wait till dinner and make myself a nice chicken salad with some cottage cheese and call it a day, because I do not want to put any more. I'm not even going to eat the bars that I made. It's just not worth it.